The cup I was holding was filled with dirt, but I had to pretend I was drinking tea and quietly dump the soil into the trash whenever the guards weren't looking. To escape this prison, I had no choice but to use every method possible. We dug a hole in the corner of the first floor, packed the dirt in the bags, secretly carried it upstairs, and headed above through an opening cut into the ceiling. This method was too slow and far too easy to expose, so we changed the plan. We opened another hole directly in the first floor ceiling, connecting the upper and lower tunnels, allowing the dirt to be moved out directly. Everything was going smoothly until the prison suddenly launched a massive inspection. Large numbers of guards flooded into the cells and began an aggressive search. I ran back to my room immediately as everyone tried desperately to erase all traces. The people inside the tunnel didn't have time to retreat, and exposure was moments away. At that critical moment, one inmate deliberately stirred emotions, gathered over a dozen prisoners, and blocked the guards outside. A physical clash broke out, and the scene descended into total chaos. Using this distraction, the people inside the tunnel crawled out, sealed the opening with stones, and covered the scenes with white slurry. The inmate who caused the disturbance was punished by kneeling for 5 hours in 38-degree heat, but our hope of escape survived. From that point on, we became even more cautious. To avoid suspicion from other inmates, we could only handle dirt during the day, but with too few people involved, after more than 30 days, we had dug only 3 meters. I knew this would never be enough, so I began recruiting carefully, sharing the plan only with inmates I truly trusted. More and more people soon joined, and I ran electrical wiring into the tunnel, solving the lighting problem. We worked 12 hours a day, divided into 6 shifts, with each person digging only 2 hours at a time. By calculation, we could remove 120 kilograms of dirt each day. Every time we exited the tunnel, we cleaned ourselves thoroughly, leaving no dirt even under our fingernails. We also made sure not to appear exhausted, keeping up daily exercise as usual. Only by constantly blending into the crowd could we avoid suspicion. As the tunnel grew deeper, new problems followed. One inmate suddenly collapsed inside, and only quick action saved him, with oxygen deprivation identified as the cause. We sent someone to the workshop to borrow a motor, but they initially refused. In the end, the inmate promised to take them along during the escape, and only then did we get the motor. Later, during a visitation, we managed to obtain a roll of plastic bags, attached fan blades to the motor, placed it in a bucket, and used the plastic bags as air ducts. At last, oxygen flowed into the tunnel. After more than 400 days, we reached the final stage, but disaster struck at the worst possible moment. Everyone was running toward the exit, but I ran back to the room because there were still companions trapped in the tunnel. Soon, all prisoners were gathered in the yard, and the guards began counting heads. But I and several others never appeared, leaving our allies terrified, while the guards fixed their eyes on the exit.